win their sets very, very convincingly. And I've got to say, Biohazzard did it with Ferra versus Liu Kang. I do not think there is a stronger Ferra player on planet Earth right now.
Look, there is no getting around the fact that Biohazzard is the Ferra. Now, that's just that. Results speak for themselves. He's had multiple top 8s. He's been in grand finals. I mean, even we just had an EGP tournament again. Shouts to EGP Compton. Now that was a little tournament that we had before this, and Biohazzard went. Some of the other ESL guys went, and Biohazzard won that. He actually defeated Madsen in the grand finals. Madsen has defeated him first in the winners finals, and then when we moved into grand finals, not only did he just reset the bracket 3-0, but he then took the set 3-2. So he is no stranger to being under tournament stress.
But neither is Dab.
Exactly.
Dab has had a lot of success. I mean, a lot of consistency, I'd say, more so than anything else with MKX. But even back in MK9, he had, especially towards like the end of MK9's sort of competitive life, he really sort of showed up and had a lot of success with Jax, Cabal, I remember as well. I mean, just a lot of characters.
Now, the question we have to really bring here is, we know Dab's likely to go with Tanya. What really is the Tanya versus Ferra matchup?
I have absolutely no idea.
Have we seen it before? We don't really see it all that often.
Biohazzard must have fought it by now.
Look, he has Sonic Fox as a training partner. I am pretty sure he's got a little bit of Tanya experience at this point.
Well, you're going to need to. I mean, to be fair, like we've seen the consequences of not having it. You know, the internationals, the EUs that don't have access to these kind of like high-level Tanyas, and they lost very convincingly to it. And I'm sure, you know, a similar story could happen for almost any character.
But look, Ferra has a really strong factor of that as well. If you've never fought Ferra, or you at least haven't had a long set...
If you've not fought Biohazzard, you're not fought Ferra.
That's exactly what I'm saying in that. Like, if you're not prepared for Biohazzard's Ferra, there's going to be a lot of on-the-spot adaptations that you're going to have to make. And in even a 3 out of 5 setting, there's so much stuff to this character that you just may not be aware of. You know, before you even realize what's going on, you've lost. But there is that element.
But Bio really handles the variation system better than I think any player I've seen in the competitive scene. Because right as you think you've figured out Ruthless, he'll go Lackey. You think you've got Lackey, he'll go Vicious, and vice versa. Like, he knows what variations he likes against certain characters. Obviously, he's going to go for the boss toss, the Grandmaster, and things like that. But I think his sort of bread and butter go-to does tend to be Ruthless for the pain and gain damage buff, the armor, the grab, the meteor bone grab you can change the direction of. Like, there's a lot going for this variation particularly that he enjoys.
Completely, and there you go, immediately starting off. Oh, tries to go for the punish, does get it anyway. I mean, that low drill is very unsafe. And there we go, there's the pain and gain. Now, the pain and gain does give Ferra a damage buff, and when that happens, you can now cancel it to continue your pressure. The only downside here is that Biohazzard, to get those cancels, will have to hurt himself to do it. So it's all about risk versus reward, whether you can afford to take that damage.
Wow, just wonderful use of the overhead boss right now.
Oh, very bad read on the low. If you went for the overhead, that would have caught, but that really can be story of Ferra's life. You go for one of the options, and the other one would have worked. And that's just the way it is. You have to really kind of shake it off. We see so many of those overhead tosses, the NJPs. They just do such a good job of commanding the entire screen. Tanya's used to being a noble character. There's the tech. He knows those gaps in that Tom for pressure.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, gets us right on the 50-50 special.
Oh, no!
Kills himself.
Stabs himself, takes himself out of round 1. Now, the thing is, that punish actually would have killed. And we just talked about risk versus reward. He must have just not realized that that was going to happen. So unfortunate.
Oh, that is heartbreaking to see. But one thing I will comment on, though, is Biohazzard thrives on anti-airs, anti-cross-ups. I've never seen a player so consistent with them in Mortal Kombat X. But Tanya doesn't care about that.
Oh, because Tanya conversion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. That might even kill.
Wow.
And that's the damage buff from Pain and Gain. Didn't kill him this time. No, it didn't. He had loads of health to work with. Oh, he tried to parry. Unfortunately, that Pain and Gain has got armor on startup, and we saw it on. We did it on Dab's Wake Up. He uses it as a parry sometimes to absorb single hitting attacks.
Oh, Dab throws the bar away. Oh, wow. That's always a good trade for Bio.
Oh, unfortunately, when Torr does get hit, even if he throws Ferra, if Torr takes damage during the projectile, she actually won't collide. She'll just kind of fall out of the air, quite unfortunately. Like right there. That's a bit of a pain in the matchup. When you've got a really fast projectile that is faster than that, it doesn't really work the way you hope it would.
I like what Dab's doing right now. Oh, anti-air. But I love what Dab is doing right now. I mean, he's just trying to... He doesn't want any business of letting Bio come in. He doesn't want Ferra in his face.
Oh, there's the Pain and Gain. But unfortunately didn't actually get the cancel. He just stood there and took the armor. Oh, that's going to be a punish. Drops the punish, gets the low anyway. He can still take it just like that.
Oh, wow.
Into the brutality. And let's even talk about how much damage that even did before the grab ended. The initial hit of that grab already turned it into like a 30% damage. When you have all those stacks and you land that conversion, it literally does about 40 to 45%. So crazy.
But you're going to know that. You're going to get a feel for how much damage you're going to do if you play a character that much. And it's not even that. It's how much damage you do with different stacks of pain and gain.
There we go. That's going to be it. 1-0 right now to Biohazzard. But I mean, Dab, it looks like he's kind of just trying to figure out the matchup as he goes. That's one thing that Ferra does really well with these normals is controlling everything. It always feels like, even if it's not, it feels like it's Ferra's turn to press the button because of the plus frames, because of the neutral jump punch. There's so much range, just like that.
Anti-air.
You feel like you want to go in and you eat something all the time. But it's just that Biohazzard is always pressing a button. This is a character that can just press tons of buttons.
Oh, Dab tries the anti-air, but he lands first and he keeps himself safe. Oh, staggers the one. The back row will connect.
Here comes the pressure. Big damage. Comfortable 42%. And there's the wake-up grab. If you're ready for a wake-up attack, blocking won't quite cut it when that wake-up attack is an unblockable grab.
Okay, now that looks like... Oh, wow. Oh, Bio gets to confirm off the NJP and we'll take round one. It looks like pain and gain. Looks like Dab's found an answer to it on block, so Bio's going to have to adapt to this. Obviously, he's going to consistently waste health.
There's the pain and gain, gets the grab. Might not have been ready for it to connect on hit, so he's already telling himself he's going to grab it. Nice reversal there from Dab. Here comes the Tomfa.
I like the patience. I like how Bio really... He's a very explosive player. I mean, both him and his brother, both him and Honeybee, they're very aggressive, explosive players. But Bio has amazing patience when he's waiting for Ferra to jump back on again.
Oh, and there's that down one. Clean anti-air there. There's the pain again. That's going to be 2 stacks. This next hit's going to hurt.
That's the thing, like, Ferra is a very quite difficult... Wow! Ouch. Now that is my favorite brutality in the game, and I am so happy we get to see it.
Now, I think Biohazzard would agree. We talked about this earlier. It's not that brutality, it's the lackey charge brutality. The one that doesn't even have a first hit. You have to just run into them and they pop. Fantastic brutality right there. But yeah, 2-0 to Biohazzard. Dab looks pretty lost. Now we do know that Dab can actually play other characters. Is he going to opt to go for someone else?
He is hovering over... Oh, Jackie. Maybe we'll see some Jackie.
Hey, look, full auto actually wouldn't be a bad call in this matchup. You can heavily zone Ferra. That's one of his weaknesses. And even if he tries to go for boss toss, the bullets on full auto travel so fast, there is no way you're ever going to get hit by the Ferra when you're playing as full auto. Jax, I don't know, I think maybe Jax would suffer from the same problem.
I think he's going to have to really mull this over because the Jackie pick, like you said, like on paper, I can see it having some benefits, but I don't think I've seen him play Jackie at any point.
I was about to say, we don't know if Dab's got some of the muscle memory, perhaps. I mean, there's a matter of, even if you can play a character, if you've not been training up a character for a tournament, and then you decide to use them, there's not going to be as much practice there. And when you're in a situation like this where you're 1 game away from being sent to the loser's bracket,
are we going to see
really risk
Hunter Predator? Hunter we haven't seen for a significant amount of time. I mean, a very, very powerful character. But yes, his armored reversal isn't the best, but for that aggression, those hard to blockables, we are going to see.
He's going to lock in that Hunter Predator pick. So the question is, he's going to have more tools in the neutral, I think. That the trap is going to work. He's going to have the disc. He's going to have the down 4. Now, the down 4, which is the spear attack, might collide quite nicely with Ferra in the neutral, but he's still got to watch out. There's still certain normals here that he might eat quite happily.
But I don't see the disc doing anything, though, because as soon as he sees a disc, he's just going to throw Ferra, and that's going to force a block, and then it's going to vanish.
There's the pain and gain. Gets the grab. Nice tech from Dab. Tries to poke. Doesn't get a good block on the low. Looks a little bit unsure. Eats an NJP.
Jump punch.
He tried to punish the low quite lately. I mean, there's a lot of discomfort here from Dab. Doesn't seem particularly sure. Oh, nice catch the reversal there. Put him into the corner. Now here comes Hunter. He's going to go in for the trap. Overhead low. Good block there from Biohazzard. Seen that a couple of times. Good block on the low again.
Oh, good backdash from Dab. Wants nothing with the pain and gain shenanigans, but you can avoid it, but he's going to retain the damage buff.
Oh, nice NJP once again. Match point for CR Biohazzard versus Noble Dab. And Biohazzard sitting on a full stick of butter right there. 3 bars of meters to work with.
1 round away from moving himself onward in the winner's bracket where he will fight Sonic Fox, but Dab showing signs of life, gets a good hit. How much damage is he going to do? Oh, goes for 17 just to end it early. Oh, wow. That's explosive of the trap.
You can manually detonate that trap as like a zoning tool. No, I love the neutral jump. He's waiting for the grab potentially. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Good reversal there. Going straight through, getting big damage. And as Hunter Predator, once again, that's going to lead to a knockdown into the overhead low. Manually detonates it, goes in again. Oh, he can't block it. Can't block this one. Has to make it count. That's going to take the next round.
Is that enough? Does the food do damage? No, not quite. Yeah, but that was chip. As soon as he's laid that wake up and saw that Dab hadn't pressed the button, that was guaranteed. If you choose to stay on the ground, you do open yourself up for a meaty pressure.
Signs of life from Noble Dab right now.
Gets rid of the Shao Kahn hammer.
Nice slow movement. I mean, we normally see that's +2 on block. Tries to press button anyway, challenges it. Nice air to air there. Hard. Here comes the knockdown. He's going to go into the trap, no doubt, at some point. Nice NJP. Can he chase it down? Tries to, doesn't quite get it.
Oh, gets the air to air, but I think a bit too far away for someone like Ferra to chase it down. We'll get thrown back into the corner again, most out.
It does kind of seem like Hunter is a little bit of a better pick. He kind of has that full screen dominance, and when he gets in, has got those plus frames to work with. There is like a hard to blockable element. Really good buttons that can somewhat compete with this. We're seeing less NJPs, and just like that, neutral jump kick, hard to blockable, goes for the low. I love the delay there because you would have expected an overhead to block first, but Biohazzard ready for the mix-up.
Oh,
Eats a neutral jump punch anyway.
I think he's fishing for brutality. I think he's fishing for it, but truly, I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to win the match.
Oh, there's the reversal. Here we go. Dab. So, once again, he's still alive. Is that going to lead into a brutality?
Absolutely. Of course it is. Of course it is. This is Mortal Kombat X, right?
Oh, nice. How about that?
Now, Ruthless, Pain and Gain, is doing nothing in this matchup. He has the option to go to Lackey.
Maybe even Vicious for the boss toss.
Maybe. I think we might see Lackey here, because Lackey just has that Torr up, that meter burn uppercut.
It's hard to say because here is the thing.
Yep, gone straight to Lackey, not messing around. And cosplayers look so good today.
Now, why would Biohazzard go for a Lackey pick?
I would say for Torr up.
Now, what is the Torr up?
Torr up is the uppercut. Meter burn launches, and I would say safe. It is -7, -6 or -7. I was talking to Biohazzard about this before, but I don't think Predator can has anything to like immediately reverse that.
Now, let's not forget that the Torr up and meter burn is armored as well and leads to a full combo.
Oh, here we go.
Into that.
He's going to catch him.
And that is the traditional Hunter Predator. If you catch that grab and there's a trap on the ground, you're eating that for free. And I love the fact that Dab is using it as almost like a self-detonation to use it as a zoning tool. However, when Predator does take damage, the trap and the disc both disappear. So you have to maintain pressure. It's not that you can throw it down and then sit behind it like a Sub-Zero ice clone. If you have it on the screen, you have to do something.
Now, that's one thing that Bio does with Lackey. He does forward 2. Like, forward 2 actually hits twice. You know, just the leg grab into the fling. And hits twice. You can actually special cancel the very, very, very first impact of that into the charge.
Here comes the knockdown, here comes the trap. Oh, wake up! Gets hit by it. This is going to clean up that round. Big damage. And I love the fact that he kept him in the corner. Now, Lackey, he has a bar of meter. Let's not forget that the regular charge as well, on the first frame, has hit of invincibility, even without spending any bars.
Yeah,
he has these defensive options.
Armor for the first few frames, and also projectile invincibility. So I think he's picking it for the armor, maybe.
Oh, there's the roll as well. Another tool that Lackey gets access to. And because the roll hits, the trap is going to disappear right there. Oh, lovely NJP. Good range.
Oh, not animation for the disc. Oh, has to watch this wonderful block from Bio. Oh, going for it again.
Oh, there's the armor breaking. He's going to trade, but nowhere near a bad trade.
Has to watch that disc. There's the disc.
He's going to eat it. Tries to grab him into the trap. Really nice throw tech from Biohazzard. Fantastic play, but still finds himself on the back foot. There's the hard knockdown into a guaranteed trap. Jumps through, but the invincibility of the environment interaction gets around it.
Already goes into the down 4, doesn't manage to get a big combo from that. Oh, can't confirm, gets it again. Oh no, he drops it, but the down 2 will take it. What a quick tying up at 2-2. I think this Predator pick, big surprise, but really smart.
Now, the reason the Hunter Predator pick is really strong here is because these tools to deal with that full screen game, that's what's causing such amount of problems here. The trap on the ground, the disc in the neutral, the range on the forward 2, the range on the down 4, all of these things in the neutral against Ferra will do a much better job than Tanya was. I mean, it's funny how we say that, you know, Tanya was on the back foot. You had to change from Tanya, and yes, oh my days on a pick like that. Hunter Predator is a fantastic choice in this matchup.
But what does Bio do? Does he stick with Lackey, or does he try maybe going back to Ruthless? I mean, it definitely was a bit of a better match for him.
It seems like when he picked Lackey, it let Dab do more.
The things he picked Lackey to do clearly didn't work the way he intended. So he is going to go back, really sort of mull this over, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to blockables. The trap is a low, Predator has ample overheads. You know, jump attacks on the way down or overheads, so it is always going to be hard to block. It's just a question of how much can you get going when you're on the offense, and it just seems like the Ruthless can do more than Lackey can in that regard.
I think Dab definitely seems more comfortable full screen. I mean, we saw he immediately tried to go back, but I think that's definitely the opposite there for Biohazzard. He wants to get in, keep him in the corner. Now, those pain and gain stacks do add up quite significantly, especially when you have them in the corner. Gets the reversal, nice bait, no punish though, very unfortunate. That move, kind of hard to punish, a bit harder than you would think.
He does miss it, or catches it. That could be big damage. Oh, wow! Oh, Ferra will clean that up for him.
Thank you very much for that, Ferra, my dear. You've helped me take that round going in. Match point Biohazzard.
That was Ferra's way of making up for killing him earlier.
Oh, there's the parry! Fantastic play there from Biohazzard. Drops the combo, though.
But he has the corner pressure and the meter burn grab. Ferra's going to stab him right in the head. Going to keep him in that corner, keep the pressure going. Big damage. There's the combo again. Don't drop it this time. Gets it. 3, 4, 5.
Grab. Here we go. Big damage. Next hit's going to take it. That's it.
And
Going to brutality. Green all over the place. It bleeds, and it has 100% been killed to death.
If it bleeds, we can make it explode.
We can run into it until it pops because I am a giant monster with a little girl on my back. Fantastic play there from Biohazzard. I mean,
That was incredible. That was actually incredible.
you can see the strength in not only changing characters, but changing variations. Now, we all know that Hishkatan Predator is generally the most gone-to pick for Predator in general.
It's the Summoner Quan to the Predator. It's the go-to, the considered best. But there are, the comparison can be made. The other variations aren't too bad either. I mean, I guess Warrior might be a bit weak, but Hunter definitely has reasons why you would pick it. I mean, I know it's Ferra Torr, and obviously, Ferra Torr is not particularly amazing character in the game, but he's definitely can compete.
I think I'll never get used to watching that because that was just. I think I've ever seen Ferra Torr actually kill themselves in tournament before.
I didn't think it was even possible. I thought it may have been
Like
one of
Cutthroat
those...
Kano, right?
Yeah, I thought maybe one of those things that it ticks down like to the last pixel, but can't ever quite finish it off. But I guess we learn something new every day.
Now, I think that was really, really, really well played there. I mean, before we signed this one off for that match, I think just the fact that in the final game, Biohazzard realized that, look, I just need to get in. I need to implement that pain and gain pressure. The second he did, 50% corner combos.
He stopped using pain and gain for pressure, and he was using it when he was at neutral, so he could go in with damage buff. So he had that armor. I mean, you saw the armor just take